So before we start, I just want to give a massive thank you to Tom from UKarbon for sending me this. I think I know what's inside. We're going to double check. Should be great. So let's take a look. So if we open this up, hang on. So this is the envelope. Actually, before we do this is a return address. If you think Tom's cool and you want to send him cool stuff to thank him, be sure to do so. Let's open this up. Premium quality vinyl skins. Now you'll see a bunch of circles and you'll be like, George, why are there a bunch of circles? And this is my pop socket, and you'll find they are more or less the same size, and that is why. It is so it blends in with the skin on my phone. At which point you'll say, but George, the only skin you have on your phone is carbon. Why are there other ones? And that's because, this is so great, I can't wait. If I turn this over, you will see Snappy-Tech phone skin. How cool is that? So let's take a look. If we just pop this open, I am so excited to apply this, it's not even funny. So I asked him to put this together for me a little while ago, and the intention is this sort of, the outside part is like is matte. Well, it's not matte, it's like cobalt blue and I think something black, and then in the middle, which is currently taped on, so you can't, so it sort of stays in place, it will be some nice leather white, I believe. So on top of that, there are these circles. There's quite a few of them actually, more than I expected. So there are two carbon ones actually. This, the black and the blue as well. They might actually be, I think if you went on the 3M website, they'd probably say leather. I'm not 100% certain on that though, so don't quote me. And then there is that two sets of a carbon, which is a nice touch. And the white tips, just in case I prefer that over the black or the blue, with this being for the home button, that cut out there. But that implies you're not using a fingerprint sensor, which I do. Is there anything else in the envelope? No, that's it. Which, you know, what else could you ask for, to be fair? So, let's apply this. Quick note, I was about to mention the lack of white leather, and then I kind of peeled off this masking tape a bit, and I realised it's actually pre-applied it, which is really cool. So I'll just stick it on as one thing, and then take the masking tape off. Massive thanks for that, Tom. So when it comes to applying the skin, you only really need three things. The phone you're applying it to, well, four things actually. The phone you're applying it to, the skin itself, a microfiber cloth for cleaning and sort of blunting the edges, and a hairdryer or some sort of hot air producer for the sake of making sure it sticks around the edges. What we're going to do is we're going to take this microfiber cloth, going to make sure there's nothing on it. Good, good. And we are just going to clean the back of this phone. Try to not touch the back, obviously, or else you'll end up getting it sort of dirtier. And with something like this phone, you're actually kind of lucky in the sense that it's waterproof. So if you really wanted, you could probably just run some water over it. So this is clean enough for my liking. It looks like there are lines, but that's just the way the light's reflecting. And then you have to decide which skin you're going to apply. So I'm going to go for this Snappy-Tech, well, it's not Snappy-Tech blue, it's the only blue he had, but I'm going to call it Snappy-Tech blue because I can do what I want. So the first thing you're going to want to do, apply the camera one. So luckily this is as simple as lifting it off, holding it really carefully, try to not touch the sticky bit obviously, and then you just grab this, line it up as best you can, and drop it on. And thankfully, with the camera being such a small thing, you will 9 times out of 10 get it perfect first time. Only issue being, now it looks like there's just that camera, so let's do the rest of it. So what you want to do here is, if we kind of move it this way, is you want to sort of take the top bit, peel it off, try to not touch as much as possible. And look at how cool this looks, right? And what you'll do is you'll then put it on like so, and that way you can really adjust to how you want it to be, and you want to line up the top and bottom, as you can see here. I'm going to do that off camera real quick, just so it looks perfect. So, as you can see, that is what the phone now looks like. So what you can do is you just slide this out, and you can just press down on the rest of the phone. Now, you may be wondering, George, you mentioned you needed a fan earlier. Well, you do, and that is because if I bring this up close to the camera, I'm not sure how well you'll see this. Let's fix the focus. It is actually slightly standing off edge, and that is because you need to really sort of work away at that edge. So what you'll need is a bit of heat and your microfiber cloth. So all you want to do is you want to do this one edge at a time. Just kind of heat it up a bit. Right, make sure to keep it even, obviously. And then you just, ooh, there's a little bubble there, let's get rid of that while we're here. So you heat it up a bit, take your microfiber cloth and just sort of rub it along there. And just repeat that across all of the edges until you're happy. So looking at it now, I've done the bottom and this side, and you'll see that the corners will need a bit of extra work. I'm not sure how well that's showing up, but you will have to do a bit of extra work on the corners. But essentially, that is all applying a skin takes. It is a bit more patience than anything else. And that bit right here is a lot smoother than it is on here. So you just warm it up, rub it down with your cloth, and that's it. Also, make sure to turn off your phone. That heat might damage something. It probably won't, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Make sure to turn it off, and you have applied your skin. The last thing to do, don't forget, masking tape off. 9 times out of 10 this won't apply to you, but look at that. Oh, hang on, we missed a bit here. You will occasionally find sort of bits like that. Just push it down, all will be well. And voila, that is, how cool is that? I actually really love this. This is awesome. Before we wrap up, I just want to give an absolutely huge thank you once again to Tom Summerfield for sending this to me. How cool is that? Remember, if you want your own, there are 2 options. You can either have it printed, or you can get it engraved, depending on what you're feeling. So make sure to check out ukarbon.co.uk. If you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't, come on, you have to appreciate that skin. Hit the video up here to see the previous video. Hit the video up here to see a random video I haven't picked yet. Subscribe to see more videos like this one, and bloody hell doesn't this phone look beautiful. I will see you guys next time.